Hi STEM and MLC tutors, welcome to Zoom training part 3. In this video I will show you how to go to a breakout room and help a student.
We have a student in room 4 need help with the Chem 151. Ashley, would you be able to go and help student?
Absolutely.
Oh, Ashley, don't forget to start your introduction on SARS.
Okay, thank you very much. Another of our training videos will show you how to start your interaction in SARS with a student, but how to get to them in Zoom. Click on the breakout room button on the bottom, and I do indeed see that in room 4 we have Dolly who needs some help in Chem 151. And how you get there is click join and yes. So when you first join a breakout room, you should start with your video on. It just adds that extra human touch and lets the student know that they're talking to a real person. You might even recognize some of the students if you were working in our centers previously and helped some of them. Don't forget to introduce yourself. Hi Dolly, my name is Ashley. I'll be helping you with chemistry today.
Hi Ashley.
Next, don't forget to remind the students that they have the option to record in the breakout room. The way that you can make sure that they have that option is to click on the participants button on the bottom, hover over their name, click more, and there should be the allowed record option, and go ahead and click that. Don't forget to also mention it verbally to them. So Dolly, just so you know, you have the option to record here in the breakout room with us, so feel free to do so. The recording will be stored locally to your computer.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Now next is, how do we help a student in an online environment? One of the best ways that we've found is to share a whiteboard with them. Down on the bottom, once more, you can see that green share screen button. If you click that, it'll bring up a couple of different options. So you can share your whole screen, whiteboard, your iPhone, and then any documents or web browsers that you have open will also show up down here. So right now I'm just going to share the whiteboard and let's see what that looks like. Alright Dolly, do you see my whiteboard?
Yes, I can.
Alright, it's a good idea to always make sure that they can see it. Sometimes they can't. Do you also have the option to draw on the whiteboard?
How do you do that?
That is a great question. Up at the top, there should be a green thing that says you are viewing Ashley's screen. Right to the side of that, there should be a View Options button, and if you click on that, it should have an annotate underneath there somewhere.
Oh, yes.
All right, click on that and see if you can draw something for me just to make sure that we're on the same page.
How's that?
Very good, I see it. Thank you so much. So some students may not have the ability to draw on the screen. They might not have a touch screen, and they're actually trying to draw with a mouse or a touchpad, which can be a bit problematic. You can also remind them that they have the option to use the text box where they can type answers or things that they have. So I'll show you how that works right now. Click on it and click on somewhere in your screen, and you can type out what you want to say to them. Now when you click out of it, they can see it, and you can always ask them again, do you see what I typed in the text box, Dolly?
Yes, I can see it.
Alright. Use the select button, click kind of towards the left side, and then you can actually move it around as you need to as well. So that's the select tool. We've got the text tool. We've also got draw. You can draw different kinds of things, even a little highlighter. It's kind of neat. Stamps I don't really use too much, but the spotlight is helpful. So if you want to call attention to something that you've drawn or written without drawing over it, you can always use the spotlight tool, and it's a bit handy. We have the eraser feature, so I will erase Dolly's contribution and my highlight. Here you can change the color of your lines you draw, the line width, font, size. There's also an undo and a redo button. The clear feature is kind of handy. You can either clear all the drawings on the whiteboard, clear just your drawings, or clear the student's drawings. Instead of using clear, I typically go down here and will actually click on that little plus sign with the board. It gives you a new whiteboard and it keeps all of your other ones still there so you can access them later if you want to. You can always go back and forward as well if you have many of them open. This last one, the save button, that's my favorite. If you click on it, it says whiteboard saved and show in folder. A lot of times I will actually ask the student before we get started to hit save and use that show in folder so they can see where it's stored on their PC. Otherwise it gets kind of lost in your PC world and you might not be able to find it too easily. So that's the whiteboard. One other thing that we've noticed that is a bit helpful for students is if you want to share a web browser that you find particularly helpful, or especially like right now if I'm trying to draw chemical structures by hand, not the easiest thing to do. So if I hit share screen again, I come down here to my web browser that I have open and I click share. I can actually share with the student one website that has the option to draw chemical structures. And again, I'll just make sure that they can see it. Dolly, do you see the web browser that I shared with you?
Let's see. Yes, I can.
All right, awesome. Feel free to use this in the future if you need to. It's a little bit helpful, more than drawing by hand. Now say that the student really likes that web page and they want to use that on their own later. You can always copy the web address and share in the chat that web address with the student so they can use it later. So if I stop my share and I come down to the bottom again and I see chat, I can paste that web page into the chat and now the student has it for use later. Again, make sure that they see it. Dolly, do you see the chat I just sent to you?
Yes.
Okay. So now that I have successfully helped the student, I will remind them that they can stay in the breakout room for as long as they like, and if they need help in the future, just use the Ask for Help button down at the bottom. Okay, Dolly, thank you so much for your question. Just a reminder, you can always stay in this breakout room as long as you like. If you have any other questions, just use the Ask for Help button on the bottom. Do you see where that is?
There is a question mark on it, right?
That's the one you're looking for, exactly. You as a tutor, you won't see that Ask for Help button, but it should be right here in between the breakout rooms reactions somewhere along their bottom along with all the other chats and participant windows as well. All right, thank you so much, Dolly. Have a great day.
Thank you for your help.
Anytime. This concludes our third video, which is how to go into a breakout room and help a student. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you watch the next one.